Good evening. From Humboldt, I'm Chantel Saunders.
And I'm Lee Jones. We'd like to welcome our local viewers at CTV as well as viewers across Canada on CTV Newsnet. Behind us, the Humboldt Broncos, the revamped Humboldt Broncos. CTV's Stephanie Villella was out in the community today, and Stephanie joins me now. And Stephanie, I guess there's been a lot of talk about the support this community's received since the accident. It's been overwhelming, and today the support, unbelievable.
That's right. You can just feel how much people love the Broncos here, from the green and yellow ribbons tied to trees to the sticks on the porch. You can just see and feel just how much people love the team here. Now, the president of the Broncos said it best, Jamie Brockman. He says, yes, there's going to be a lot of sadness here, but there's also going to be a lot of joy as the team and the community are looking forward to putting the past behind them and moving on.
All right, let's go to CTV's Stephanie Villella. She's been following that story and joins us from Saskatoon. Stephanie, do we know why the Broncos picked Oystrick for this role?
Yeah, well, they said Oystrick was the perfect person for this position because of his mentality. Now, Kevin Geringer, who's the president of the Broncos, says Oystrick is committed to people first. And he says he likes that because if you're committed to people first, then you become committed to the team and to the community. He also says Oystrick has the mentality to not only win championships, but to also build strong character people. And he wants his players to be strong again on and off the ice. And Geringer says that's something that the Broncos stand for.
Stephanie Villella has been working on this story for us today. Steph, what did the study find?
Chantel, the study found that young drivers, people aged 18 to 24, are more at risk of crashing while driving after smoking pot. It also found that they're more at risk even 5 hours after smoking it. Gay says the most important thing a police dog needs to know is that it lets go when he tells him to. Currently, the law states if a no trespassing sign is not posted on property, then the land is open for people to use without getting penalized. But if a sign is posted like this one, then trespassers can face a fine up to $2,000. Chantel, the father of the victim, Rodney Stafford, says he's frustrated, angered, and upset that the woman responsible for killing his 8-year-old daughter, Victoria, just 9 years ago, has been transferred to a lesser security facility. As for Snyder, she says she wants SGI to be held accountable for the conditions she's left in. She says for now she's working on insulating the house before the winter months. They say they now have plans in place to establish a protocol to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. A lot of damage to the homes along Crescent Boulevard in the Montgomery neighborhood. 2 homes that were under construction totally destroyed by fire, and a third heavily damaged.
The saying, one person's trash is another's treasure, holds true for one Saskatoon man. Every day, Farron Baptiste is able to feed himself and his family by picking through dumpsters. CTV's Stephanie Villella now on his humble hustle and the many challenges Baptiste faces with being a picker.
In 1 hour's worth of work, Farron Baptiste made $37.80.
Some days you get nothing, right? And some days you get 37 bucks.
While it may not seem like a lot of money to some, for Baptiste it means putting food on the table.
Feed myself and buy pop for sure.
How he made the money? Dropping bottles off at Sarcan Recycling. Every day, Baptiste combs the neighborhood, searching for empties.
I just bike around the city, all over, like back alleys, you know, where recycling bins are.
He says the job comes with a lot of highs.
I feel kind of good about, you know, helping the environment too.
And some lows.
Stay out of an area because of people who live there, so they go pick their areas. I know my spot and people picking it, and I look at them and I'm like, well, you guys better go pretty soon before I get upset. You know, and they're picking my stuff.
He says the picking business can sometimes be cutthroat. People have designated areas, and if a new face is seen picking in someone else's dumpster, things can get a little dangerous.
Some people get upset, so you don't know what's going to happen.
But he says the payoff is worth it. On one occasion, making $300 in a single day.
Like 82 milk jugs and I don't know how many cans and whatnot.
According to Sydney Smith, The spokesperson for Sarcan Recycling, about 10% of the daily customers are pickers.
Well, we consider it a win-win in our community because it's a good way for people to make money who maybe have barriers to regular employment, and it's also a really wonderful way for making sure that our ditches and our streets are kept clean.
Extra cash in my pocket, and it's pretty easy to find bottles.
Decent little resource to take and clean up the environment on top of adding a little bit of capital to your pockets.
But it's not just the money for Baptiste. He says picking also offers other rewards.
You know, gets me energy because I'm on my bike all the time, right? So I'm biking around, carrying stuff. Benefits like a place like this, it just helps people get money into their pocket and feed themselves. So
Baptiste says after hard days of work, he looks forward to tomorrow, knowing the dumpsters will once again be full of trash he considers treasure. Stephanie Villella, CTV News, Saskatoon.